right, this is what did not make the cut as our top story this morning. The NFL is looking to change the rules. They've already changed a few. Coming up in May, they're going to vote on what could be a significant rule change after you score a touchdown. Just breaking it down very simply, if you're going to go for an extra point, the ball will be kicked from the 33-yard line.
Correct.
If you want to go for a 2-point conversion, it'll be at the 1.5-yard line. Do you like this rule change, and how significant do you think it'll be?
Well, it's actually been a 33-yard field goal, not the 33-yard.
A 33-yard extra point.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's from the 33, that's a 51-yarder.
Yeah.
That's getting dicey.
Yeah.
I like it. The extra point has become useless.
Sure.
I think they said last year there were 7 missed extra points the entire season.
Right.
2 by the Packers. But it's become such a waste of time at that level. Not in college or high school, but certainly at the NFL. I like the idea that you make it more difficult. This 9-point play that was proposed by the Colts was silly. I mean, that's getting too complicated within the game. But to move it back, I like the idea. Maybe it encourages more 2-point conversions.
I'm with it. I hate kickers. I mean, I like the human beings that are kickers, but I hate the idea of kickers in football.
You used to drink with Prater, didn't you?
Come on now. After the show, man.
And it's funny, you almost grabbed for your cup.
Leave me out of this. I will leave you in.
That's right. I hate the idea of you work your way down the field. First of all, let me try to say it. You work 12 months a year. You're working out. You're Tom Brady.
Right.
You know, your whole life is football. Finally, the big game. It's the fourth quarter. You work down the field, and then you might as well just go home. Doesn't matter if he makes it or misses. You have nothing to do with how the outcome of the game is accomplished, because it's just some kicker that makes it. That makes me mad. Now, I'm way out there with this, and I've not done any research, if you will, like I don't know, a smart person.
Well,
would.
that's the analysis we like on this show.
But
I've done no research on this at all, but I'm going to put it out there, and I'm an award-winning jourналist. I digress.
I'm starting to see why you guys get along.
Neither of us do any research, and we both like to drink.
That's right. And we both wear jackets.
Yeah, look at
Two
this.
crazy guys.
I get to be Steve Martin, though, because Dan Aykroyd's overweight.
That's true. Thank you. What are you saying? What are you saying? This is harebrained, but the idea of instead of having a field goal, they figure out a formula so it's 4th down and whatever on the 40-yard line, or maybe not 40, on the 20-yard line. Instead of a field goal from the 20, they figure out a way where there's the same percentage. If kickers make 60% of the kicks from the 20-yard line, instead of having some kicker kick that field goal, they figure out a pass play that's also the same percentage. Let's say it's on the 13-yard line, and that's the 3-point play. And then Tom Brady is in charge of getting the 3 points as opposed to some kicker.
Did you follow that?
I did. I just think it messes with the flow so much. It would be hard. It works perfect conceptually in a video game.
Yeah, in my
where
head.
you immediately go to that. Okay, it's the pass play instead of the kick. But in reality, in practicality, I think it would be confusing to the fan. But what he's saying is true, and why it's such a big deal with the kickers is they're not perceived as players,
right?
Whether we want them to be or not. Where in baseball we have a closer. The only comparable version of a kicker is a closer.
Yeah.
That controls the outcome at the end, and you have to bring the game to them. I mean, the closer has to have the game brought to him to be a factor at all. But that player is still considered a pitcher on your staff and a part of the fabric,
right?
Where the kickers truly exist in a different atmosphere, completely different orbit. They're not viewed as players outside of maybe the guy from the Colts that tackles people and smashes them around. Pat, what's
McAfee,
yeah, maybe him.
Right.
But very few are considered to be football players. There's this delineation, kicker and the rest of the locker room.
Wasn't it Vanderjagt that was that idiot kicker that got all liquored up, according to Peyton Manning? Was that, I mean...
He was idiot kickers.
Right. I want to go a little bit more in depth on this story for this reason. This is why I like this rule. Because let's put the game right here. It's the 2-minute warning.
Okay.
You're down by 7. Okay. You're Peyton Manning. You march the ball down the field. Now you're down by 1. Now it does become interesting.
Right.
Now it's not a formality that the game could go to overtime. That, to me, is what makes it exciting.
Right, I agree. And the fact that at 33, there will be missed field goals at 33 yards.
Sure.
We see those on a weekly basis in the NFL. So they're trying to phase it out. They're trying to create because that has no drama. The NFL, they're the best at it, creating drama.
Right.
They're the best reality show on TV,
Right.
and the extra point doesn't bring any drama.